Go figure, I pressed the key that it told me not to press. Now I gotta sit through Windows XP booting up all over again. There we go. I pressed the right key this time. Yep, we're running Windows 98 Quick Install again. I don't think it wants to work on this hardware. So I'm pretty sure you're supposed to press enter to get past this message. Because it just doesn't want to work here. Oh, that's no good. I just tried going into the BIOS setup and it threw that garbage on screen. But I wanted to go in here because I wanted to change the USB legacy mode support in case that was causing problems. Oh, I didn't notice the hardware monitor in any of the previous parts. CPU is idling at 50. That's a little high, but rather expected for AMD of this era, especially a CPU that I assume has never been repasted ever. Okay, I guess we're just not installing Windows 98 on this, at least not through quick install. Make it about 60 gigabytes, given how many operating systems I want to install on this hard drive today. I'm going to make it FAT32 for this particular operating system. I'm going to leave the rest of the disk unallocated for now. I'm going to apply. There we go. Now the old install is gone. I'm going to restart. Uh-oh, it's Windows Me. Yeah, no wonder why I'm gonna have problems from here on out, because I'm installing the worst version of Windows ever made. Well, that is depending on who you ask. Some folks may say that Windows 11 is still worse than this. Okay, let's see. There we go. The D drive is our working optical drive. So I'm going to go to C, MD Windows, MD Windows /options, /cabs, and CD to that directory. Copy D:/win9x. For being a rather healthy drive, it's going rather slow. Okay, now we can remove the disk entirely from here, as that might just slow things down. And let's run setup.exe/is so we can skip scan disk. Okay, looks like even with 2 gigs of RAM we can get into this portion of setup. Doesn't really matter, but I like removing the .000 anyway whenever I do a vanilla install of Windows 9X. Although these days I don't really do that much anymore, because whenever I'm installing 98 I just do quick install. And we'll take almost everything. I'm just gonna leave the computer name as is, because it's not like we can really even do any like local networking with this anyway. Microsoft, bring this back. No, I don't mean bring back Windows Me. I mean bring back being able to set your time zone in the out-of-box experience. Oh, we're gonna boot entirely from the hard drive now. Oh no, bad OS ever. Get it away. My mouse is barely working. Okay, it's working now. I totally read all of that. I am the fastest reader in the world. And product key. Y'all can have it. Windows Me is objectively obsolete, even more so than XP. There we go. Only took like 3 product keys for me to dig through, because I don't have any Windows Me product keys memorized. I have a volume licensing key for Windows XP memorized, but that's about it, really. Now, before I continue, I want to... Oh, I can't go into real mode DOS. I forgot about that, so We're going to have to continue before we can place the RAM limit. But it didn't crash in that part of setup yet. Well, we're now on a desktop at least. My trackpad is not being the most responsive, but it's going to get there. I still have the PS2 mouse plugged in, just in case it needs that. Okay, it doesn't seem like my trackpad is being responsive. In fact, it doesn't seem like the start menu is opening either. Now let me grab... Oh. I was able to get a little bit of response out of this mouse, but looks like it's kind of stuck. No, this system really is not happy. I might have to boot from external media again. Okay, I'm booted into the CD-ROM for Windows Me. Now let's see if we can get to an edit terminal. Okay, so edit is under C:\Windows\command. Let's see if I can go to it. Oh, okay, press it here. Oh, okay, right there. See Windows, where's System INI? Oh, okay, over here. I've never used edit before, can you tell? Okay. Now where's the 386 enhanced version? There it is. Okay, here's the 386 enhanced section. And I think we have to add a line. Okay, so over here we gotta do max phys page equals 20,000 for 512 megabyte limit. That's generally as high as you want to go for Windows 9X, at least unpatched. And now I can take out the disk, restart, and hope we can have a somewhat functional desktop. Okay, so it looks like that I can navigate at least. I just don't really have any working mouse. Now the nice thing about Windows Me at least... Oh, go figure. My IDE controller isn't being picked up. Well, aside from that, the nice thing about Windows Me is that we can plug in a flash drive with a completely vanilla install. Although it seems like even that isn't being picked up. I don't think I should bother with this anymore. I kind of knew this would be a bad idea. But, yeah, I guess the failed Windows Me install is going to be extras channel material, so we're going to cut down the amount of operating systems I was going to install from 5 to 4. Restart.